Hello, and welcome to this hypnosis recording to help you to express yourself freely. Please do not listen to this recording when driving or operating heavy machinery. And you can prepare now to go deep within, where you can make changes with ease, allowing a sense of the present moment to arise now, because you know that present moment is always flowing and always moving, and that moment, as soon as you catch it, has already moved. That moment is always moving. That now is always moving. Much like your breath moves all by itself. And things change. Sensations change. Thoughts change, don't they? And the way you feel changes. Because there are ways in which you feel different already to when you started the session. And we're only just beginning to make changes now. As you can flow with that breath, that mind can relax that body, allowing a sense of relaxation to flow smoothly, softly, calmly softening muscles, words, thoughts, sensations, allowing them to still into a tranquil, peaceful flow now. And you can close your eyes if you haven't already. And if you have, you can close your imaginary eyelids behind those eyelids. And close the imaginary eyelids behind those imaginary eyelids. And as you relax that body, you can relax that imaginary body. And that imaginary body can relax an imaginary body that can relax an imaginary body. And you can allow your thoughts to drift whichever way they want to flow. And whichever way those thoughts flow is perfectly fine, because that's an expression of your mind stream unfolding in real time now. Just doing what it does. And you can allow it to do what it does now. And your unconscious mind will notice every word that I'm saying and will become very responsive to my suggestions. Now or in the moment, as you can allow yourself to sink within the most comfortable part of your mind, to let go into the flow of comfort now. And you know that you're listening to this recording for a reason. Because you are ready to do something different. And you may be surprised to find that a recording can make a big difference in your life. How that one time you listen to that one recording, how that can impact you and change the direction of how you engage with the world and how you speak to others. Because there have been ways in which you haven't quite found the way to communicate fully, expressively and honestly with others. And there have been ways in which you haven't allowed yourself to express what needs to be expressed easily, allowing words to flow out of that mouth, truth to flow out of that mouth like poetry. It can sound so beautiful when you speak honestly and truthfully, as though you could imagine words arising from your heart and just escaping those lips as they flow to the ears of another. As your words flow so gracefully from that heart, through that mouth to the ears of another, as those words gracefully flow from that heart to that mouth and to the ears of another, I wonder what thoughts arise, because you know thoughts and spoken words are very linked, aren't they? And they can flow with truth. As you notice that those thoughts become a little more clear with every time you wish to express an idea, you can do it so clearly and efficiently. And there are times where you communicate things and you don't even notice how well you have communicated, because that unconscious mind just takes over and allows those words to flow naturally. And because those words flow so naturally, you don't even notice how profound some of those words can be. How those words affect others in a positive way and affect your life in a positive way. When you speak truthfully, express yourself freely, just allowing it to flow naturally without even giving it a thought. And your unconscious mind can begin to release all the blockages that prevented you from communicating properly, from communicating freely and expressing yourself. You can remove all those blockages now. And they might arise as thoughts, feelings, images, words, sensations. It really doesn't matter how they appear, because you can release those blockages to communication. All those things that got in the way, they just dissolve out of that body into the atmosphere, out of that body into the atmosphere, dissolving into nothingness, out of that body into the atmosphere, dissolving into nothingness. And you can continue to notice how those blockages dissolve as you remove the blockages to communication now. And they will continue to dissolve throughout this session or beyond. And you'll be surprised to notice how freely you begin to express your ideas. And the more you express those ideas, the more poetic the words come out. The more poetic the words come out, the more you enjoy expressing your ideas in a compassionate, loving and caring way, expressing your opinions, knowing fully well that it's your opinion, even open to the opinions of others, because we can formulate ideas when you share your opinions. Continuing to release all those blockages. Now, as you allow the thoughts and words of communication to flow so effortlessly, like water runs down a stream into the river, and the water of the river runs into the sea. Your words are like that water in the stream, that meet other streams of words that form rivers, that reach the sea and impact the world. So you see, your opinions count as well as everybody's opinions count. Your understanding of things that you have learned and you have experienced so much in your life. And there are things you know that are relevant to the things you've learned. And you've learned things in a different way than anybody else. And I wonder what things that you know in your particular way that other people do not know. And I wonder how many subjects you can speak on that you know about to express, and how it will be when you can poetically explain the things that you wish to explain, when you feel conviction in the words you're speaking, imagining sharing words now. I'm feeling a sense of conviction, feeling so sure of the words that you're speaking. And even if they were wrong or if they were right, it really doesn't matter, because you have confidence in your ability to express. But you can remain open-minded to be corrected, to be wrong, to be disagreed with. This is perfectly natural, and this is how we grow and how we learn, by communicating, by expressing confidently, with conviction, with poetry, sharing experience. And I'd like you to imagine now the version of yourself that has perfect speech. And just watch them as if on a screen in front of you. Watch how that version of yourself with perfect speech speaks with others, how they move, how they use eye contact, how they express themselves so clearly, how they speak on subjects with such poetry, with such beautiful capacity, with such wisdom, with such love, with such compassion. Noticing how they share words in a way that benefits others, how their opinions are actually helpful, how their experience is so helpful. And you can just notice how that version of yourself with the perfect speech looks, how their eyes look, how their mouth looks, how they move those hands, how they stand so confidently, and how they speak with such beauty, such poetry, as they make the connections in the subconscious mind to illustrate points in ways that are so clear, using metaphors, using facts and logic, painting pictures, telling stories, expressing boundaries. And you can notice how that perfect speech version of yourself expresses boundaries in such a graceful way. Noticing how that perfect speech version of yourself expresses boundaries and can express boundaries in such a beautiful way, because those boundaries are beneficial for everybody. Because when you take care of yourself, you are better able to take care of others now. And your words can benefit others. And as you notice that perfect speech version of yourself, the way they move, talk, stand, the way their eyes look, their expression, how fluid and poetic and beautifully they express so many different things, be it stories, be it boundaries, be it a perspective or an opinion, or be it knowledge, information, experience, all of those things that you have acquired and learned and have ready to share, to allow those words to flow beautifully and gracefully from that heart through that mouth to the ears of others. And you can notice how that perfect speech version of yourself, if you could see how this happens, you can see those words float from that heart out of that mouth into the ears of others. And just notice how many of those words float out of that heart, out of that mouth into the ears of others, and many, many people. And I'd like you to float in to that perfect speech version of yourself now. Looking through the eyes of the you with perfect speech. Noticing how it feels to be able to express yourself so freely. When there are no blockages, it's just freedom of space. Those words just flow so freely, beautifully and poetically. As you speak, you illustrate things with metaphors, with stories, or you are direct with the truth. And I wonder all the ways in which your perfect speech will manifest in your life. And your unconscious mind can show you all the ways in which you can bring that perfect speech into your life, because you are becoming that perfect speech version of you every time you let those words flow with love and compassion, with wisdom, with insight, knowledge and experience. Noticing how you feel when you look through the eyes of a person who has perfected their speech. How you flow beautifully, move charismatically, charm others. How you uphold what is important. How you defend those that need defending. How you share a desire with perfect speech. How you share anything you wish to know that you can share, because you are as valuable as anyone in this world. You are important because your life and experience is unique to you. As those words float up from that heart, through that mouth and into the ears of others, noticing how you move and express what you need to express clearly in ways that align with your values, expressing your values, expressing what is important to you. Because when you express what is important to you, you give others permission to do the same as you express what is important to you so easily and beautifully. As those words rise from that heart out through that mouth and into the ears of others, they might even show up as beautiful thoughts. As you imagine moving with perfect speech, flowing, the way you move those hands, the way you look at others, the way you smile and move your lips, the way you convey energy, the way you captivate others with your words, with your body language, with your confidence and conviction of your ability to speak so well, you can express what needs to be expressed. And people respect you for that. Because you know, people will always respect what is worthy of respect. And what is worthy of respect but honesty. Honesty, truth, speaking, sharing with conviction, how you can improve your life and the lives of others through your conviction, confidence and sharing. and that perfect speech you. As you have that perfect speech, you can imagine now promoting things with such conviction and joy, from that heart to that mouth to those ears, how the words of promotion can even be beautiful, heartfelt, honest and truthful. How a disagreement can be heartfelt, honest, truthful and beautiful. How an opinion can be heartfelt, honest, truthful and beautiful. How sharing knowledge can be heartfelt, can benefit others, because you share your words so freely now. They just flow like the stream to the river, like the river to the sea. You are needed by the world. You can imagine so many people need to hear your truth. And of course you need to hear theirs as well. And their truth will influence your truth, and your truth will influence their truth. Because you know, your truth is not better than another's. It's just your truth. And the truth of others is not better than your truth. It's just their truth. But you share that truth in a way that people want to hear your opinion. People want to hear what you value. People want to hear what you love, what lights you up. People want to hear what you don't like. People want to hear what is real for you, because we can all learn from one another. And you can imagine millions of people all looking at you as if you're standing on a stage, and all these millions of people are looking to you. You can feel the intense, strong energy of being looked at expectantly from millions of people. The way that their faces beam as they wait for you to express what is important, what is real to you. And you can feel the energy coming from this crowd of millions, just cheering you on. As you allow words to flow from that heart through that mouth into their ears, you see how they light up, captivated by your charismatic movements and words, captivated by your truth, by your opinions, by your values. And some may disagree and some may agree with some things, but they all look so interested to hear from you. And you, in turn, are interested to hear from them. Because when you allow your words to flow, you also give space for others to allow their words to flow from their heart through their mouth to your ears. Because listening gives others permission to do what you are doing, to master that perfect speech, to benefit the world with their knowledge, wisdom, and experience. So remember that by sharing and listening and sharing and listening, you can assist others in gaining that perfect speech, in learning how to express themselves, because we are all learning together. And in a moment, I'm going to count up from 0 to 5. And at 5, you can be wide awake as is appropriate for this time. But before I do, your unconscious mind can just begin to rearrange to allow yourself to be the embodiment of perfect communication now. And that's it at 0. Feeling those feet and those hands. 1, allowing energy to rise up those legs, up the stomach, up the chest, to the hands. 2, coming into a stretch in whichever way feels good to you. 3, 4, opening those eyes. And 5, as awake as you need to be for this time. So you can listen to this recording as many times as you wish, and every time you listen to it, you will gain something new. So my name's Bradley Burns, and if you'd like to hear more recordings like this, please subscribe to my channel. Please like and comment on the video as it helps me to reach more people. And if you have any interest in having a specific self-hypnosis recording uploaded, let me know what your suggestions are. Thank you and take care.